The views expressed in the interviews and commentary are solely those of the individuals providing them and do not reflect the opinions of PPS Holdings Trust, its affiliates, subsidiaries, or employees. Okay, hi!
Hi!
It's still January. Okay.
And that hum. It's giving Sis Dolly's choir at church. Okay, so
Don't say that about
I'm
me.
sorry.
Okay, so tonight, we're going to talk about... Is it tonight?
Yes.
TV. Okay, sorry. Okay, so on today's conversation, we're going to talk about financial fitness, right?
Yeah.
Financial wellness, right? It's new year, new me, right? New me financially, right? Let's start the conversation with, what are those financial decisions? You don't have to be specific, but you can be as specific as you want. What are those financial decisions? Decisions, not the situations you find yourself in, that you made in 2025, that you now have to correct in 2026.
Yo.
Wow, Timmy.
Like she didn't
go right there.
ease us in.
go
She
right
just went
there.
for the jugular. She was just like, yeah, you messed up. What did you mess up
What
with?
did you do? You go first, go.
Sure. You know what I'm good at? I'm good at the saving part, right?
Yeah.
I'll have a goal and then I'll be like, okay, I'm saving for a holiday or I'm saving to buy X. Then once the money is accumulated and I've saved enough, it doesn't always go where it was intended to go.
Yeah.
So I think that's just one of the not so good things that I did in 2025 that I want to be better at in 2026. Like if I've set myself a goal, I mustn't let things distract me because now something else comes up, then you suddenly need a tire or someone needs help and you're like, oh, but I don't really have money for your problem. I've got money that I've saved for, you know?
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I'll see. If I give you this 2,000 rand now, and then I don't buy takeaways for 2 weeks next month, and then I take that 1,000 rand that I was supposed to put in the stokvel,
Girl math.
then girl math comes in, then it's like 500 coming here, 300 coming there, then suddenly in my head, I see the 2,000 rand coming together, and then I'll go buy a bag 100%. I don't need, or I'll, help a friend or whatever. So I think that's my, going into 2026, Mabatu will not set herself a goal and not stick with it.
Yeah.
Because what's the point of the discipline and the sacrifice if then at the end, because then once I've not done it and the girl math does not math, because it never will,
Yeah.
it's hard, it's sad.
It's sad. Yeah.
It's sad because I'm just like, this was supposed to be this much. Now I'm like this much short. And if I need to make it happen, then it means I'm taking money away from this that was supposed to be for the kids or that was supposed, then I'm just like, it's fine. I don't need this. And then it becomes even worse if it was something that I'd intended for myself. Because then it builds up that resentment. I feel like, I always prioritize other people and other people's needs over my own. So in 2026, we set ourselves a goal and we go through the journey and we sit through.
Nice.
That's me.
The pressure.
I know.
Yeah, I think for me it's minimizing on projects. We take on a lot of projects. 2025 I took a lot. So I was just a yes man. Mom will say she wants this, yes. Wife will say she wants this, yes.
Ish.
And then now you find yourself straining yourself financially. So this year I wanna really try to minimize on the projects and focus on the things that are essential. Because these projects somehow you'll find that they've got nothing to do with your financial well-being or wellness. So they've got everything to do with helping other people, basically. So I want to minimize on that, take less projects, and then try to optimize on things that are specific towards me. So, yeah.
It feels like a confession
I
session.
know, it's very quiet. It's like,
Let me just
Father,
confess.
forgive me for having said
Yeah, let me just confess quickly and get it out of the way.
So on my side, in the previous prompt, like I mentioned that I moved from Cape Town to Joburg, right? Unfortunately, I had to dig into some savings there. That was meant for the long term. But look, at the end of the day, that was once again something that I want to correct on my side. Right? From the get-go, from the start of 2026, I want to sit down with my financial advisor and make sure that we essentially plan the year ahead so that I don't need to like dig into my long-term savings for short-term goals or short-term necessities. You understand?
Yeah.
So I have each different aspect of my life well sorted for. So in the event of a rainy day outside, I'm sorted out. In the event that I want to go on a vacation later on, I'm sorted out. It's just about taking the relevant steps now.
Yeah.
That's the importance.
Nyeleti wanted to make a confession earlier on. She had psyched herself
Are you
up.
scared to make a
Okay,
confession?
you know what?
Safe space.
Yes.
Safe, nah? No judgment here. Okay, so I think the biggest financial downhill for me, it's actually my girls. Actually, I'm gonna blame them. I'm gonna share the responsibility. But I'm also
Sounds like a
part of
plan.
it because it's always let's go for lunch and one cocktail. But does it end there really?
Of course not.
It's never one cocktail. And the regret on top of that, it's multiple. So it's the bank statement the next day, but it's also the physical impact that has.
Yeah.
Because we're foodies, and now, there's a special from what time to what time? What were we doing this? Next thing, 2 cocktails, one is 6. Then I don't want to say any more after that.
Yeah.
And and it feels like you've just and it feels like all the work that you've done. You see, so that is a different now falling off of the wagon, right? So if it's for work and whatever else, I can still forgive myself better, easier. But when it's you are binge drinking, eating your butt off, then I'm a bit,
Yeah, and now you've also overspent.
I've overspent, so that is one thing. I've also something, because I also want to, build good habits in the group, So when somebody says we're doing one cocktail, whatever, we are drawing that money. We're going to the bank. Let's go draw, and then this is what we have. And once this is out, we are going home. That's all we've got. So that's something I want to just build into my 2026. And hopefully we don't do a drive to the
ATM again in the middle of lunch.
These restaurants and these places, they have a tendency of luring you in with that special.
It is it is a trap.
4, 5 specials down.
It is a trap.
But again, I think it's also the company you keep.
Yeah.
And that's choosing not
They love me. They just want to eat and be happy.
So tell me something. Yeah? I'm asking it, and I asked it the way I asked it, to say, all of us have something, right, that we feel we can't recover from, maybe, or it's a big problem. Or, sometimes people take a lot of debt. Sometimes it's a life situation thing that happens. So the point I'm trying to drive home, and the conversation I want us to have is, it's possible to get out of bad financial decisions with correct planning.
Absolutely.
A little bit at a time, and all of us can relate to that.
Yeah.
So, how do we get out of it? I know senior financial planning is a big deal.
Yeah.
Part of it. But how have you in your life framed problems in such a way that you see how you can possibly get out of it? What are the things that you employ to try to get out of these dark places? Do you get my question?
Yes, you stop immediately.
Okay.
If it's, for example, overspending on your credit card, you cut that thing up and you stop using it immediately.
Yeah.
I think you can't want to get out of debt while you keep getting into more debt.
Yeah.
I think back in the day, people used to cut their credit cards up or like put it in the freezer. But now, if it's linked on your phone somewhere, if it's, de-link, unlink, cut it.
Yeah.
I think you first need to say, I need to stop now.
Yeah.
Because then once you've stopped, then you are at least at a point of saying, I can look and fully understand the size of the problem for what it is. Because you can't cut up your credit card and then open a clothing account. You can't want to pay off your student debt and then you now owing or borrowing people money. You know what I mean? So the first step is to stop.
Can I jump in there?
Yeah.
So I think, based on the conversation we're having, right? Debt, remember, can be a useful asset if you use it wisely.
Yes.
But now the thing of constantly saying, okay, I'm going to fix this one problem by creating a bigger problem.
Yes.
That is the thing that we need to deviate from.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 years ago, I had a car accident and my car got written off. And then I was like, I'm fully afraid of car. And
Sure.
I'm like, okay,
Sorry,
now what
man.
is it? Right? Like, it was a bad experience for me. And then what happened is I had to go and finance another car.
Yes.
And you start paying that car off. And then what you actually realize that money is a tool that can be used for you. If you get what I'm saying. So an example will always be like, if you want to live a 20K lifestyle, but you're only earning 5,000 rand, the math is not mathing, right? Because I'm confirming that math is not mathing, right?
Even girl math agrees with you, okay?
But essentially what I'm trying to say is, you cannot have expenses of 5,000 rand, wanting to earn 12,000 rand as an example, and think, okay, I'm going to be able to go and buy whatever I want to buy. You've got to align your lifestyle accordingly. So I mean, yes, don't go and get yourself into bad decisions of like taking 3 credit cards and then paying for this, and oh no, I want a handbag because I wanted to buy it with a credit card. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not okay. But okay, sorry, that's not okay, you know. But what I'm saying is make that work for you. Like I like what you said earlier, and you're like, I've got a goal, so I'm choosing me. You know, you want to buy that sneaker, you want to buy that handbag, you want to buy, or you want to go on a holiday. One thing I value is traveling. Traveling is amazing. Like there's a big world out there.
Yeah.
So you save towards that travels, and that's what I'm intentional about. So I'm saying, I think getting back to the point, Jay, is that situations are going to come about because life is going to happen, and we've got to accept it. Like, it's unfortunate. Adulting is rough, guys. They never warned us about these things.
Hey.
But
And you can't unsubscribe from adulting.
So I'm very credit adverse, right? I don't like credit. And then I tried to buy a house, and then my financial advisor was like the bank was like, we don't know how you pay.
Johnny.
We don't know how you pay. So my financial advisor was like, take out a credit card, right? But make the limit 5,000, right? And then like go do your groceries for 5,000. You pay using the credit card, and then transfer the money from your debit card to the credit card. This is not financial advice.
Yes.
Don't do this at home. Don't try this at home. So they said that basically do that. Like so you still don't get credit, but they can see that there's some type of activities that you have that are credit related, right? So what are some of those little tricks and tools that you are using, or that you will try to use, that you know or have known about before, that you can try to employ now, that will help you in the new year?
Sure.
So my questions today.
I know, you're making us think though. I think one of the ancient tools that still work are stockpiles. When they are for the right things and are set up in the right way. Traditionally, people put money in stockpiles to buy food, or, this is how our great-grandparents or our parents thought of the stockpile concept. They didn't have disposable income every month to buy groceries, so they thought, let's pull money a little bit every month together. At the end of the year, we buy enough that throughout the year, I don't need to go to the shops every month.
100%.
That same concept still works today. A group of people that trust each other, that, come together. There's even financial institutions that have created products to support stockpiles. You put a little away, and then at the end of the year, you share the money, or you put it towards something. Some people have bought homes. Yeah. They've renovated. They've put kids through university through stockpiles. So I think it's an old concept, and one that could be frowned upon because of, some people have a liquor stockpile and some people have a weave stockpile. But it's a need for them or a want for them, and they're putting money away. And I don't see anything wrong with it. Because then at the end of the day, when that money is pulled together and when you split it, you've got enough to go do whatever your goal is, and hopefully buy it cash without having to incur debt. Because imagine paying off a credit card for hair or lunch that you ate 2 weeks ago, So I think that concept is still very relevant. People coming together for a shared goal.
Yes.
And deciding what that goal is. And obviously then putting the necessary security in place, like put money in a trusted institution. Don't go huddle in one place to go share cash. Yeah. And then next thing someone has come in and taken all of your money. But I think that's my trick. I think it's a good old, and it's also another reason for people to come together. Maybe you deposit money into their bank account, but you decide, no, Ernest is hosting us this month. And then we come and we have a lekker braai. We achieve two things. We have some social time, but we're also achieving our financial goals. So I think stockpiles are, for sure, the one thing. The other thing is, I've found online that there's so many budgeting tools available.
Definitely.
And I think budget for me was one of the scary things when I started to realize I have to adult. Because you think the money that is in your account is all yours. but it's not because you owe the school and you owe the car and you have to pay the, you know what I mean? You have to buy groceries. So when you've got a tool that you can use to budget.
Can we talk about that? Because I don't like something. Like, you know, you want to be able to go to the shop and buy yourself a latte. Or you want to be able to buy yourself a bracelet or earrings, you know?
Yeah.
You don't want to feel... Sometimes a budget to me feels so restrictive and like, I can't move, I can't breathe. And then I end up being miserable. I'm on budget, I'm on target, but I'm so...
You're unhappy.
I'm unhappy, right?
I hear you.
How help me? How do I fix that?
I would say, you know what? Money can always be made again. Let's start there. So spend the money in that. I'm not saying go and make a haphazard purchase and buy this sports car that you've always wanted now when you know it's not going to be, you're not going to be able to afford it. But that odd latte, that bracelet that you want, maybe like just buy it in that moment. I mean, again, you said you're on budget. So for 3 months, you've been well disciplined. That 1 month that you're going to like slightly overstretch yourself or, you know, you got that thing. Again, it goes with what do you want and what are you going to do. So I always say like, in that moment, sometimes you gotta enjoy life, guys, because it's also something that's a reality right now.
Yeah.
Like, we're here today, we're gone tomorrow. I don't want to be morbid here and make you guys depressed, but I mean, it's so
Absolutely.
It's so relevant. Like,
Yeah.
you know, back in the day, you mentioned the concept of Stockfels, right? Like, our grandparents would live until this time, and yeah, that's when I'm gonna retire and I'm gonna travel and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. And then before they get to that point, like they haven't enjoyed that. And
Yeah.
then you're the person. So I mean, the old concept of Stockfels, 100%. But I also think that one thing that's nice is that in that moment, like also live in that moment and buy that bracelet, buy that watch. Because if it's going to make you feel good, 2 questions to ask. The why, is it going to make you feel good? How am I going to do? Or you want to be now budgeted and depressed? No, you can budget, you can be disciplined, but also allow in your budget as well to spoil yourself. So don't only think of the savings and the things that are into school fees, housing, what. Allocate some money aside to just have for that.
I like that, Keenan. I actually attended a Money Matters session hosted by one of my friends. She's also a financial advisor. And I think the best thing I picked up there is understanding your money personality. So that's how you now work on the budget. You actually have a money personality. And if you don't understand what your money personality is, then you don't know how to budget. Now you feel like, I always don't have money for that latte. You need a latte every week, so factor the latte into your budget.
I love that.
So don't try create a budget for someone else. Understand what are the things that make you happy. What do you want to spend? Are you a traveler? Are you an investor? Or you know, you're a foodie and a cocktail special girl. You know, if you know who you are, if you understand the things you need money for, that's then how you're going to work your budget around that.
I think it speaks to what wants and needs, eh? Once you prioritize there, especially when you're talking budgets, you need to prioritize between the needs and the wants. So normally when we talk budget, we're thinking needs every time, but also budget for those wants, you know? And also use facilities like your lay-bys. I've seen people splurging 25,000 or whatever on a bag that they could have bought in a space of 3 months.
Sure.
You know, segment those things, you know. If you see that this thing is pricey, please, you know, try to buy it, maybe lay-by something. Because those things are old, like you're saying, like Stockfel. But I mean, those things are still proven to be working and functional things that can actually save a lot of things. Because if you lay by there, you will get the want, but you just need to know that you need to be patient about it.
Yeah.
Delayed gratification.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's the word.
So I just...
And this, with this being said also, one important factor we need to consider is that it's a mindset thing. Budgeting is a mindset thing. You can either be stagnant in the position that you are, or you can transgress and have a growth mindset thereafter to kind of better my budgeting skills, reflect on where I went wrong, and that iron it out going forth, right? We all know that South Africa, like generally speaking, South Africa is a net spending nation. We don't save here. We enjoy ourselves here.
We have a good time.
What does that self see?
I like what you mentioned about the labor thing also, because once again we need to also be honest. The pie is only this big.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna allocate a big slice of the pie to something, I'm not gonna have much for the rest of the month. So let's be smart about our finances. Let's allocate smaller portions towards what I actually want, what I want to purchase, etc. And let's not, like Keenan said, let's not let's not punish ourselves with our budget.
Yeah.
Let's reward ourselves. I mean,
Yeah.
you've been consistent in it. Why don't you see the need to reward yourself and keep that motivation going?
So we have to wrap it up. As we tie it up, we're going to tie it up with this. I want each of you to tell me, what is a financially fit person? What does financial fitness look like? Like good financial fitness, in one word.
Sure.
Ready?
Yo.
Ready? Okay, let's start.
So the word that comes to my mind is knowledgeable. That's exactly what comes to my mind.
Batu?
Sure. You can't be financially fit if you're not honest. So if you're honest with what you have, what you owe, and what you can afford, then you can get to a place of being financially fit. So you have to be honest.
Beautiful.
Being financially fit for me means taking accountability. And why I mean that is that, again, going back to not being honest with yourself that you cannot afford that, then you're not going to be accountable, and then the ripple effects come into it.
Okay. Mileti?
For me, I would say don't depend on your emotions, your feelings. So my word is automate.
Sure.
Automate it. Get it to go, to move.
I love
Do the
that.
debit order. Let it move on its own. Don't depend on your own emotions when it comes to your money.
Sure.
Yeah, I think me, I'll use the word etiquette. You know, you need to have that decency to understand that this is a need, this is a want, and understand how they operate both of those things. Yeah.
Awesome. Did we cover everything?
Yeah.
I think we did.
We covered everything.
Safe to say.
High five.